female champion.
I'm so excited for
in
this.
EFC. I am so excited for this, man. I love women's MMA, women in combat sports. It's great.
I'm just excited to see this fight. You know, a champion is a champion, man or woman. It doesn't matter. I'm just excited to see two really talented fighters go at it. That's what makes me excited. You know, and I'm blessed to have a really awesome fiance who's in the production truck right now. Gotta throw that out there. But we like to spend our weekends watching fights and talking about the technique and talking about, you know, how great of technical strikers and technical jiu-jitsu fighters there are out there. Same when...
The time is now. On everything. Took my heart away from money. I ain't interested in fame. And I pray that never change. Ambition is priceless. Something that's in your veins. And I put that on my name. They gon' love me for my ambition. Easy to dream a dream, but what's harder than living? They gon' love me for my ambition.
Ladies both have 2 kids of their own. Moms and warriors all in one. It's about to get real active for the 125 title. Let's go up to the ring with Chris Gerhardt for the championship introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our co-main event of the evening. 5 rounds for the vacant EFC Women's Flyweight Championship, brought to you by Urban Jacks Barber and Spa, Big Fish Bail Bonds, and King of Freight. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, this lady is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 5 wins and 2 losses. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 124.8 pounds. Fighting out of Team Elevation by way of Denver, Colorado, please welcome Cheri Muraski.
As soon as you get there, turn her off.
And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this lady is a striker with a professional record of 5 wins and 4 losses. She stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of Fox Fitness by way of Wichita, Kansas, please welcome Jessica No Mercy Middleton.
Here we go.
Inside the cage, your referee is Marcio La Selva.
This match is scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Muraski versus Middleton, M&M. Somebody's mouth might get melted here tonight with punches, Dan. Here we go. Round 1 underway. Muraski in the gray, black with the gray. Middleton in the white with the blue. Black with the blue, excuse me.
And you can see the size difference in terms of muscular structure between the 2 fighters.
See Jessica looking light on her feet and coming out throwing leather already, Dan.
That's the striking we were talking about. That's the striking Cheri was worried about. I don't think she's going to stand for that much longer. She's going to look for an opening and get this to the ground. There's the tie-up.
Just like you said, Dan, she goes right in. Oh, nice.
Beautiful
heavy
knee.
knee.
And here comes the takedown.
And here comes the takedown.
She can get it.
Stuffs it right there, Dan, though. Nice takedown defense.
If she can get an overhook, I would love to see an elbow.
Man, Middleton, takedown defense right here.
Fantastic.
Round number 1, Dan.
Best we've seen so far.
Like you said, Muraski was going in for that takedown after a couple big shots that you took there early.
Not going down is one thing. What do you do after it is the other.
And will she be able to avoid being taken down?
You see Cheri putting her palm over the eyes of Middleton. That's great technique, but you got to do something with that. They can't see. Slide in an elbow, knee to the gut, something.
You see Jessica saying something to the referee.
Yeah, maybe a low blow there for one of the knees. Or a finger in the eye, perhaps.
Possibly.
Good elbow, just barely missed.
You see Jessica releases and then opens up a couple of big shots. And just like Moraski said, she's a bleeder. And she's,
There's the takedown trip. Good trip.
Takedown trip right there by Moraski. And just like Moraski said, there she is right there, Dan.
Knee on face.
Knee on face.
Uh-oh. Jessica gives up her back, and this is where she could get in trouble.
This is not where Jessica wants to be.
Absolutely not, and not against a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Cheri really needs to watch the blows to the back of the head. She's very, very close to getting that choke. Jessica's got her chin in the forearm. Oh, Cheri, she doesn't have it yet.
Doesn't look tight. You can see Middleton
Good.
just shrugging her off.
Yeah, she did.
Moved her off, man. She didn't have the right.
That was impressive.
See, Moraski's still on top, Dan.
You are never comfortable with the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt on your back.
You see a little blood starting to trickle from the mouth of Moraski. Still a long time to go here. 2 minutes is an eternity inside of that cage, Dan.
Both fighters need to be patient right here. Work for submissions, work for escapes on either end. Just be patient, breathe.
Push that foot past your head.
It's like Moraski.
Don't get overexcited.
Tie Jessica up right here. See, Jessica got wrist control.
Yeah, if she can get that right arm through and push that leg over the top of her head, it's going to vastly improve her situation. She could probably back out from there.
Gonna try to sneak out the back on her.
And now she's on top.
Jessica managed to improve her position right here, Dan.
Yep.
Managed to work her way into full guard right here.
She's got a long time down there. Head pressure. You just stand up. Cover her face.
90 seconds here to go in round number 1.
Fantastic first round. I'm loving it so far.
5 right now. You can hear the crowd. Oh! Jessica floats over and gets Moraski's back.
I can't see for Cheri's up or down.
Can she finish?
No.
Oh! Great Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Goes right back to it.
She released for a second. She almost got out of it, Dan. You can see they're right on top of it.
You guys at home, watch where the chin goes. When those chokes come in, watch where their chin is. If their chin is buried in that forearm, it's harder to lock in that choke. Also, watch how they control each other's wrists.
You can see Middleton looking to raise up. Drop some heavy hands on her.
I'd love to see her throwing a body triangle right here. Just squeeze that energy out of her.
She's going to look to sap the energy out of Moraski, improve her position. But like you said, she is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, man.
Yep.
She is comfortable on the ground right here. See, she's trying to return fire.
Yeah, but they're literally swimming back and forth, trying to exchange wrist control a little bit.
10 seconds to go here in round 1.
See if you can swim an arm in under that chin. And this is where the chest kind of comes in.
Amazing round 1 of this 125-pound title fight here at EFC 11, Dan. Both of these ladies come to fight tonight, man.
And not surprisingly, Jessica Middleton has Jake Fox and Andy Zerger in her corner.
Jessica fighting out of Fox Fitness MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
2 incredible coaches. You know, it's funny. We got Marcio Navajo, Andy Zerger, Marcio La Silva, Jake Fox, and they just represent pretty much the best of Kansas mixed martial arts. So much talent.
If you know about Kansas MMA, you just ran off a list of what I like to call heavy hitters, and all of them heavy hitters in the MMA game. They are creating some of the best.
Go punch her right in the mouth right now. Go punch her in the mouth right now.
And I got to go 10-9 for Middleton on that round. She definitely landed more significant strikes. In reverse position pretty well. Yeah, 10-9 I think pretty easy for Middleton in that round.
I'd have to agree with you, Dan. Round 2 underway. Moraski versus Middleton. And you can see Moraski, nice superwoman punch.
Ooh, Moraski going straight at her.
Moraski caught with a nice straight right. But you see, she's willing to stand and bang. And then went straight in for that takedown. But just like the first round, Middleton's able to stuff it.
Right underhook. Your head over here.
Good knees to the thighs. Those do add up.
I don't think that knee had a lot of stank
Almost.
on it, Dan, but they do start to add up and they do hurt after a while.
I'm going to start kneeing you between rounds and see how much you like it.
That's going to cost extra.
All right.
That's what's happening.
Cheri staying active, keeping Middleton pinned up against the wall. Again, I'd like to see an elbow slip in here. I think people really underestimate and underutilize elbows in these clinch situations. Though you are giving up pressure.
See Maraski just trying to land some knees to the body of Jessica right there.
See, Jessica just tried to turn her a couple of times and couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, Maraski got her hook,
Yeah.
so she's not able to move.
That left arm is really what's keeping her from being able to control and move. Almost a knee to the face there for Maraski.
Yeah, it was close. But she's not down the corner, so she better protect herself before she catches one to the face.
Yeah, if she can control that posture a little bit better, she could really open up those knees to the head.
Maraski's looking a lot more solid here in round number 2. I think she got her bearings under after that first round.
She did, and this is where pretty much she had her most success in the first round, was pressuring up against the cage. I'm not surprised that she's here, even though good elbow. That's what I like to see. Yeah.
Right there, Dan, was that elbow. She snuck one in on her.
It's the hardest part of the body. That'll knock somebody out faster than a fist will.
Drop your head underneath her. Drop your head underneath her. Let's go. Drop her.
Wrist control. Let's go. Jessica's trying to separate. You can see she just wants to separate from Maraski.
You see,
Let them
almost got the
hands
turn
loose.
there. She needed to dip that elbow. Keep turning. She's got to turn this around and get her back off the cage. Oh, wow.
You can see Maraski is the leader. She is the leader in this dance between these two right
You
now.
see Jessica trying to put her knee in her belly and just create separation. Yep, exactly. Got to get off that cage wall, get up, back out to the middle even, where she is dominating with the stand-up.
Get in the middle.
See, Jessica now tries to
Back off of her.
return the favor with some knees of her
In
own.
the middle.
And you can see Maraski
Yep,
reverses.
right back to where
Middleton
she's winning.
Right back on the
1 minute
cage.
45 seconds.
And this adds up on the judges' scorecards, Dan.
Absolutely, if this keeps up for the rest of the round, she's going to take this one, and it'll be split for over the first 2 rounds.
See Maraski getting dirty.
Did I see a headbutt right there?
Nice a little shoulder jab.
Okay.
A little shoulder.
I was watching their
headbutt.
feet to see what she was maybe going to do next, and I thought I almost saw a headbutt.
Both of these ladies are double tops, though, man. You see Maraski, she loves to cover up, man. Trying to cover the mouth, the eyes of Middleton.
It's smart. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him see.
But like you said, she's not really doing a whole lot with it.
She's starting to get in there. Jessica's
There you
getting
go.
tired.
There you go, Dan. As soon as you say that, Maraski puts the gas puts the pedal on the gas.
Notice
and
how
that
she's
opens up.
another elbow. Notice how she's starting to break down the posture of Middleton. The head keeps getting lower and lower. She's controlling the arms more and more, and then you saw her land that knee.
Less than a minute to go here in round number 2.
This is where she may actually be able to be dominant. It appears that Jessica Middleton is a little tired. She's burned up a lot of energy trying to maintain her posture.
Maraski's trying to drag her into the deep water like an alligator.
Can she do the death roll is the question.
Can she death roll on her? Is the question. Middleton looking for an arm bar here.
Come on. Yeah, arm bar.
Seconds to go here in round number 2.
Put your foot in her face.
There you go,
There you
Dan.
go.
End of round 2 right there, Dan. And you can hear the crowd swell right there at the end of round
If you're losing a round, that's how you want to lose it. Either in a major flurry
or a dominant position.
a near miss on a
Don't say that
submission.
too loud.
That helps, but
Take a deep breath.
she lost that round. Moraski had control the entire round, and like I keep saying, she's breaking down that posture little by little. The head keeps getting lowered. She's working in more
Punch the
elbows.
middle of her
That could be
chest,
really
alright?
significant.
You can grab
This
her.
round
You want to
and
go to the
fourth
ground, you
round.
take her down.
Our ring girl Abby
wanna stay
from
close, you
Supplement
take her
Room
down.
indicating the start of round 3 coming up.
Jessica, let's go. This is your fight.
Supplement
This is your
Room.
fight, Jessica.
3 rounds left. Suck it up. Let's go.
Hey, let's go, Jessica.
She's tired.
She's so tired.
Forward. Go take the middle of the cage. Look at her. Look at her, Jessica. Look at her. Look at her. She ain't ready. She ain't ready. Look at her. Look at her. Go
This
punch
fight
her in the
is
mouth.
sponsored by Urban Jacks,
punch her in the mouth.
Mega
Look at
Freight,
her.
and Big
Look at
Fish
her.
Belt Bottoms. Round 3 underway. Scheduled for 5. Middleton in the blue with the black. Moraski in the black.
Coming
all
out
black.
aggressive.
And Moraski came out with a nice little combination
Smart.
right there, Dan.
She's got to. She's got to get in quick and put on pressure.
And you can
That's
see
where she's being successful.
she's trying to line Jessica up for some heavy knees, Dan. She's trying to line her up.
She could
Head control.
potentially get a guillotine if she can move the head a little bit.
She
Great
went for
shot
it.
on the break.
She just didn't have the right angle and the leverage.
Jessica needs to do everything to get separation here.
Jessica needs to get separation or do something when she has Moraski back up against the cage.
And Moraski has a tendency to, when they separate, to drop her hands. And we saw Middleton actually tag her a couple of times in the first round.
And see, Moraski just reverses on her and gets her right back on the cage and then drops Jessica right there.
There's that strength and takedown where she thought she was going to be more dominant. She's really starting to break Middleton down with that jiu-jitsu and with that strength.
You see, she's just starting to lay the punches
Yep.
in. Just looking for Jessica to give up that back, Dan.
Yeah, and she's starting to control her hands, control her limbs.
Jessica's gonna need something huge right here, Dan, in order to figure out.
She can turn her hips more and push out, or figure out a way to walk up the cage. She could get out of this, but she's got to get separation. She is not being on the
Oh
throat.
man, knee across the throat is just so vicious.
Well, she didn't hold it for very long, but that could be a really demoralizing position.
Yeah, that's not a fun. Nobody there. You don't want nobody. Feet, neck, and shins.
If you've ever been new and had somebody in jiu-jitsu put a knee across your face and then smack you backhanded in the face.
Jessica Middleton fires back with a couple of huge shots from the ground, from her back, man.
Yeah, she's doing great. I mean, she's still looking for any way to either escape or even lock in a submission. And it seems like she's tried for a lot more submissions tonight than we've seen her before.
For a heel hook right here, Dan.
Yeah.
Could she have her in a heel hook?
She's also susceptible to a heel hook. I think they both changed their minds on that one. Big, heavy shots from Moraski.
Man, just big leather.
What I was going to say is it seems like she's more willing to look for a submission, so she's obviously a lot more comfortable on her back and in her ground game. She's also got to be concerned about points and fight control, and that was on her feet, not on her back.
Watch the arm bar. Watch the arm bar. Your guard back.
Of course, if you can submit a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt when you're not a black belt,
Watch the arm bar.
you probably get a stripe the next day.
Get your head out. Get that head. Get your head out.
I don't know, Jake Fox might be shaking his head at me right now.
Moraski looking to lay in some big shots. That's head and arm control. Less than 2 minutes to go here in round number 3. Can Jessica Middleton get out of the grips of Cheri Moraski?
She's in a
Man,
bad
she is in
position.
a bad way.
Moraski is really just kind of tagging the forehead, not doing a ton of damage. I mean,
She's tapping her. She's not doing real
It's points.
damage, but she's earning a lot of points on the judges' scorecards.
and you can see Middleton really doesn't have much of an answer.
Referee Marcio Salva right on top of the action.
Punch in your hand.
If she's unable to defend, even though they're not super significant, he will stop.
Yep.
About a minute to go here in round number 3. Middleton Middleton's looking to do anything to improve her position right now. Did Muraski traps that arm, Dan. And
That
she's
is
looking to
not
just
good.
rain in
We might
more
see the end of it right
heavy.
here if she can't defend.
This is not a good position for Jessica. And it is all over! Cheri Muraski with the victory over Jessica Middleton to become the new 125-pound flyweight champion here at EFC 11.
Yeah, what can you say? I mean, it was obviously a disappointing performance for Jessica Middleton. Conversely, it was a fantastic performance for Cheri Muraski. She did not have a good first round. Middleton basically almost picked her apart for the most part, especially when they were on their feet, and nearly submitted her as well. But Muraski just took control from there. She knew she had to be the aggressor. She had to close that distance and keep it as quick as possible because she is clearly able to control and overpower Jessica Middleton.
Yeah, that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, that black belt, it played a big factor in it tonight.
So did
Muraski was just double tough, man, and she just put Middleton in a bad way.
But you could really see the strength difference between the two fighters as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen Jessica's ground game probably better than we've seen it before, but it was clearly, a point where Muraski was able to control head posture, arm positioning, and then work in those knees as, elbows, and then, kind of control the show on the ground, especially in the second and third round.
Great showing here by Jessica Middleton and our new EFC 125-pound champion, Cheri Muraski. Let's go to the ring with Chris Gerhard for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes and 22 seconds into the second round, declaring your winner by armbar submission and new EFC flyweight champion, Cheri Muraski. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the winner. Cheri, what's it feel like to be the first women's flyweight champion for EFC?
Oh, it feels awesome.
So, obviously you knew Jessica was a striker. Talk to us about the fight. What was your game plan or what just happened in there?
My game plan was to strike with her for a little bit and try to get to the ground, but she's definitely a lot tougher than I thought, so I give her good credit.
Anything that she did on the ground that surprised you?
Yeah, she was really scrappy on the ground also. I wasn't expecting that.
Now, before the fights happened, you mentioned that you're a bleeder, and you got a little bit on there, but not too bad. How do you feel?
Oh, I feel great, yeah.
Awesome. Well, you looking forward to coming back and defending the title?
Yeah, definitely, anytime.
Anything you want to say to anyone here at the fights tonight or anyone watching on Facebook at home?
I do. I want to thank my coach, Valor, and my teammate, Brianna, and all the girls at home watching, and my kids, and Team Elevation, Team Easton. You guys are just awesome, everyone.
Okay. Once again, your winner and new EFC flyweight champion, Cheri Muraski.
Congratulations to the new 125-pound flyweight champion coming out of Team Elevation, Cheri Muraski. Man, Team Elevation, man, when they come to Kansas, man, they come to fight, man.
Is that 2 belts now for Team Elevation?
That is now 2 belts for Team Elevation.
Hey, we let too many more go across the border. They're going to start calling this the Elevation Fighting Championships.
Turn into the DFC out here. Denver Fighting